Mabuhay! This is Sir Rusty Estrella, and for today's video, we will discuss about nation and state, the characteristics of the terms, and to differentiate the terms. So our objectives are the following: to differentiate nation and state, and to identify the characteristic of a nation and states. So those are our objectives for this video. Are you now ready to learn? I know you are. Then we'll start. Nation and state. So what is a state? What is a nation? Are they similar or different? Magkapareho ba o magkaiba ang dalawang mga terminong ito? At iyan ang ating pag-aaralan sa video na ito. Let us first have the nation. So what is a nation? So kapag naririnig mo ang salitang nasyon, ano ang iyong naiisip? So when you hear or read the word nation, what comes into your mind? So people, you think about the people, the nationality, the culture, language. Well, you are right. But let us first define what is a nation. So a nation is a group of people who see themselves as a cohesive and coherent unit based on shared culture and historical criteria. So bakit tinawag na ang nation ay isang cohesive and coherent? It is because the people stick or live together in an area, region, country, or even across countries. They are living together with the knowledge that they are living because they have similarities. Pero silang pagkakapareho. And these similarities are based on their culture. How similar are they in their daily activities, in their lifestyle, in their language, religion, tradition, and even historical background. For example, as Filipinos, as a nation, we share cultures like valuing family tradition, family gatherings. We also share the same language, Filipino, Cebuano, and also the same historical background from the ancient datus and rahas, the ancient form of the government, the barangays. We've been colonized by the Spaniards. We also been colonized by the Americans. And also Japanese occupies the Philippines. So we share the same historical background. That is why it is said that it is cohesive and coherent, and it is based on shared culture, cultural and historical background. Another definition of a nation is that nation in some ways can be thought of as an imagined communities that are bound together by notions of a unity that can pivot around religion, ethnic identity, language, cultural practice, and so forth. So why is it that nation is considered to be an imagined communities? Why imagined communities? It is because the concept and practice of a nation works to establish who belongs and who does not. Such conceptions actually often ignore political boundaries. Kaya siya tinawag na imagined communities kasi wala siyang political boundaries. Wala siyang hangganan. Ignore political boundaries dahil ang nation does not necessarily stays or occupy a specific area or territory. Wala siyang inuokupayahan na isang teritoryo lamang because a single nation may spill over into multiple states o pwede ang nation mag-exist sa dalawa o higit pang mga bansa. So imagine community siya dahil ito ay walang hangganan. Maaari siyang magstay sa isang place lamang o maaari din siyang magstay from place to another place. So, pwede siyang mag-spill over. So, I have here an example. So, the Moro of Mindanao. Are you familiar with the Moros of Mindanao? Okay. Now, ang mga Moro, they consider themselves as a nation. So, most of these Moros are in Mindanao. So, they normally occupies in the provinces of Zamboanga, in Lanao provinces. They also live in Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, southern part of Palawan, and even some part of Malaysia. O di ba kung mapapansin, ang Moro bilang isang nation, hindi lang sila sa Philippines nagstay, but they also have members who are living in other country or territory, which is in Malaysia. And also, I would like to give another information about the Moros. So, one of the reason why Moros, they want independence because they consider themselves as a nation. So they want independence, they want freedom. So kalayaan from the Philippine government because of their identity as Moros, as a nation. So maybe you are familiar with MILF or the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. Diba? They are the Moros. They have these militaries who are fighting for their freedom and independence. And with that, the government recognized the Moros. And the government tries to negotiate with the Moros to maintain peace in Mindanao. And that is why we had the ARMM. So we have the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, and eventually it became the BARMM, or the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. So these are the movement of the government to give autonomy to the Moro Nation, to recognize themselves that they are a nation. So, para bigyan sila ng kalayaan, gumawa ang pamalaan ng isang autonomous region o malayang rehiyon. So, hindi naman kasi dali-dali dahil sinabi ng mga Moro na isa silang nasyon ay maaari na silang magkaroon ng sariling pamalaan. Hindi yun ganun kadali. Kung kaya't, ang remedy ng Philippine government is to create the BARMM. Okay? Now, to sum up about nation, so ang nation again is culturally defined and it is based on historical background. So magkakapareho ang kanilang culture and historical background para consider nila ang kanilang sarili na member sila ng isang nation. So am I clear? So iyon ang nation. Now let's proceed to the state. So what is a state? How can we consider that this place is a state? So a state is an independent, sovereign government exercising control over a certain spatially defined and bounded area whose borders are usually clearly defined and internationally recognized by other states. So sinasabi ng state daw ay independent. So bakit independent? So ang state ay independent, malaya. Saan siya malaya? Malaya siya mula sa ibang mga bansa. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya sinasakop or hindi siya sinasakop, inokontrol ng ibang bansa, kundi siya ay malaya. Sinasabi rin din na ang state ay isang sovereign government. So, a state has sovereign government, ibig sabihin may sariling pamahalaan na malaya at hindi dapat panghimasukan ng ibang pamahalaan o estado. Ibig sabihin, ang state has its own government. May sarili siyang pamahalaan at it cannot be influenced nor dictated by other state. Hindi siya pwedeng panghimasukan ng iba pang mga estado. For example, the Philippines. So, ang Pilipinas ay may sariling pamahalaan, ang Republika ng Pilipinas, at hindi siya pwedeng panghimasukan ng iba pang mga bansa kagaya ng Estados Unidos, ng China, ng Japan, o ng iba pang mga bansa. Sinasabi din na ang state, it controls over an area that is certainly specially defined and bounded area. So a state, it occupy a territory that is defined. Alam natin kung saan ang simula nito at alam din natin kung ano ang hangganan ng isang estado. At dapat ang teritoryo ng isang estado ay kinikilala hindi lamang ng sarili nito kundi kinikilala din ng ibang mga bansa. So example ang Pilipinas. So Philippines is a state. Isa siyang malaya. Malaya ang ating bansa, may sarili tayong pamahalaan. The Republic of the Philippines, may sariling teritoryo, sumula Batanes hanggang Tawi-Tawi. Sa ating karagatan, we have the exclusive economic zone. So alam natin ang ating teritoryo at ito rin ay kinikilala ng iba pang mga bansa. So to sum up naman, ang state, they are organized. Bakit organized? Dahil may sarili itong batas at pamahalaan, they are politically inclined. So, Republic of the Philippines is one of example of a state. So, I have here a question. So, is nation and state similar? So magkapareho nga ba base sa binigay na definition ng nation and state? Magkapareho pa ang dalawa? So, ang kasagutan ay hindi. No, they are not similar. Because pag sinabing nation again, they are defined through its similarities on its culture and historical background. So, hindi siya necessary nag-stay lamang sa isang lugar. Maaari siyang magstay sa isang state or isang territory to another territory. Meanwhile, pag sinabi namang state, politically defined siya. Political dahil ito ay may sariling pamahalaan, organized siya, at may sariling teritoryo na ang teritoryo ay alam kung saan ang simula at hangganan at meron din sariling mga batas o mga alituntunin. So therefore, ang nation and state, they are not the same. Okay? So I hope you learned a lot. So that is the end of my discussion and hoping you learned a lot today. Thank you for watching and see you on my next video.